Cancel.
Schweezy.
Do guys really like to be called daddy? I'm a guy in my early 30s, and I was hooking up with a girl last week, and while she was going down on me, she said, "Do you like that, daddy?" And I turned flaccid almost as quick as a non-Newtonian fluid does when you stop slapping it. Jesus Christ.
What?
I find it horrible. Everything that seems to have leaked from the porn world into the real world is such a turnoff for me. Fake moaning, fake bodies, fake orgasms, cringy name calling like daddy or bull or lack of foreplay. Every sex event has started a facial. What the fuck are you typing right now? But it seems that this is all a huge turn on for many other men. If I do watch porn, I always look for natural amateur stuff because of this. Something with emotion, power, enjoyment for both parties. So am I the outlier, or is it just a blown up reception that most men are into on porn-tastic experience of sex? I can't even remember what the first part of it was. You do women like being called daddy. Oh my God. What am I doing with my life? You just think you're like, you know, my mom's having a conversation with people. She's like, "What's your son doing?" You're like, he's working at this company, doing good. And you're like, "What does your son do, Nancy?" And she's like, "Well, you know, he this week he talks about how some guys are weird, that women call them daddy during sex." And it's like we've come full circle on everything that I do in my life. I was hooking up with a girl. Okay, so you're in your 30s. Okay, so I'm in my 30s, or I'm less than 6 months away from being in my 30s. I'm just accepting the 30s part. So I get where you're at. And you probably hooked up with a young chick. Of age, consensual, you know, we're not hating on that. We're not hating on that shit. And she was going down on you, which is like, you know, I remember the days when guys would be like, "I get a blowjob 2 times a year," you know, like those were the guys. And now it's like, you know, I need foreplay. Guys are like, "I need foreplay." It's like, in foreplay is a blowjob, you know, shit like that. So like, it's funny just like how there's 2 generations like that. I'm also in the generation. I'm like, a blowjob's basically foreplay for a man. I'm like, I'm gonna agree with that, even if it's not true, and shit like that. But why do you hate daddy? Well, you're probably normal. You're clearly a normal person. It's probably a very big effect into what is going on here. But you're also not. You probably have you're probably normal. I think, honestly, like, from what it sounds like, it just sounds like you're fucking normal. You're like, she called me daddy and I got flaccid. Because if I'm hooking up with a woman I don't know and she calls me daddy, I'm going to laugh a little bit. Doesn't change anything else, like flaccid hard. It doesn't change. I'm just going to laugh for a little bit, and then I'm going to get back to it. Or if I need to, hold it in as much as I can. You know, like sometimes you have to hold it in. Sometimes funny shit happens, you have to hold it in. But yeah. Anyways, though, for the kids out there, if you're of legal sex, if you're 18 or older, and you learned all your you learn sex from porn, I don't know. I'm just going to let you know that porn is not real. But real people are real, and just respect everyone and love one another. Be kind and be the heart of the world, because that is what we need to be. Hey there, you just checked out a highlight from Cancel Schweezy. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you learned something and that you are now a smarter individual. Just so you know, we have full episodes and other many highlights available now. Click here for the next best thing that you can go check out as well. And make sure you press that subscribe button and press that notification bell. That way you get updated anytime we make a new post or anytime that we make a new highlight or full episode. So thank you, honk if you love butt drugs, and stay awesome.